was.
You know,
it was
then
the way
Dice
to do it.
comes in and does 45 minutes. Everybody's fucked.
Yeah.
So
What is this, the open mic or?
Yeah, the open. There's an
It's the
open
poppin'
mic,
at
and
the
then there's a
comedy
popping at 10.
Okay.
So the popping at 10, what happens is basically this. All right, so the open mic ends, then a 10 o'clock host comes on, and then I bring up the pros.
Okay.
So let's say BRET ERNST, poor BRET ERNST signs up at 2 in the afternoon. And
I'm first on the list.
He's
Doesn't
first
fucking
on the
matter.
list. Let's pretend he gets there at 9, and he's fucking around talking. 9:45, I go outside, I go, Brent, you're up first. Fucking 5 to 10, Eddie Griffin. And Dice would pull up. And that means everybody's null and void. I would talk those guys sometimes into going after the first 3 guys.
But that never. I mean, that was
Let
a
the
different,
first 3 guys.
That
go
was
up.
a different time then, man. Because stores run a little bit tighter now. But that's when it was fun, man. And then you brought Joe in to see me. I remember he was out in the hall. And you gotta watch this kid.
Yeah, we had a good time.
And then that's when you guys bought me a shot and said welcome to the. We did the thing in the kitchen.
We did the thing in the kitchen.
And it was that was it. I was in, and we've been friends fucking 14, 15 years almost. And it's fucking crazy how long everything.
So when did you get here? You got here in
99, yeah. But I didn't get my butt until 2000.
And I got here in 97. And it's amazing that I'm still fucking here. Like, I sit here sometimes and it goes, unbelievable. It's 2014, and I walked into this town on a Monday night, January 29th, thinking I'm going to be here for 6 months. I swear to God, I have no reason to lie to you guys. When I went to eat at Acapulco,
yeah, the
Mexican
one that's
restaurant.
where Happy Endings is now. On
Oh my
La Brea
God, you're right.
and,
You're right.
yeah.
Oh shit, I forgot all about that. Yeah, but the other one was better. The one in Silver Lake is a lot better.
the Acapulco over there.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you stay on Sunset and you make the
Just
right
keep
by the
going.
movie theater, that Acapulco is a lot better. I would go there fucking 4 days a week for the buffet.
They had a Mexican buffet?
Oh, delicious
God.
Acapulco. Delicious. I don't know how it is now. This is fucking years ago.
But see, we would sit out in the parking lot. It would be like you would be there, and then Luca Palanca and Ricca was there, and
Schubert,
and
Rogan.
yeah, and just everybody would just hang out, and it felt like that you were it seemed like a little neighborhood type thing, Everybody was back there, and then it was always packed back there, and man, it was a good time, man.
Yeah, when I first started listening to the podcasts, I was really jealous because I had just moved here, and work friends are work friends, but like, it's kind of hard to make friends when you first move someplace, and it felt like listening to the stories that people at the Comedy Store had like an immediate way to make friends. And work friends, you don't really want to hang out with them that much. So like for the first few months I was here, there was no social life, and I would listen. I was jealous of you guys hanging out all the time. So it's cool.
Yeah, no, and we all bled together too. Well, Joe was already a big name, but like the guys that I came up with, and even some of the guys that were ahead of us, and it's cool when you're in that fraternity, so to speak, where you all bleed and struggle together. Help each other get gigs, feed each other, put food on each other's plate. Mike Marino, you helped me out. That's where we did the gig. Was with Marino's gig. It was downtown San Diego.
The Cajun place.
Yeah.
The Cajun place.
And I met Bobby Kelly from that gig too, and we've been friends ever since. Rob Kelly out of New York. But yeah, man, and when we see each other, it's like,
It's like it's so funny. I miss Sebastian.
Yeah.
I hear great things about Sebastian. I'm going to contact him because I want him to come up one night so we could talk. But one of the things, these guys were all younger guys. And I remember one day I got a call at 5:30 in the afternoon. They called me to be on Beverly Boulevard for an audition for Politically Incorrect for Mob Week.
Really?
When, what's his name?
Henry Hill and those guys were on?
Yeah, but what was the host? He has the show on
Bill Maher.
Bill Maher was the show. Now, when I moved here, I used to always go watch Politically Incorrect. In the afternoons, you could just go to CBS, stand online, and go watch them. So I would do that when I first got here. But anyway, 3 years later, here I am. Sebastian just got to LA. When I met Sebastian, he was like little Vito when he came from Italy. You could smack him, he wouldn't fucking say ouch. He wouldn't talk.
Yeah.
He wouldn't fucking talk. And he was funny on stage, but he was so shy and so introverted. And I walk into this fucking audition, and I see Wheels, and I see, what was the bald-headed guy that hung out at the store that was Italian also? And he did The Sopranos. He did 3 episodes of The Sopranos.
He was a comic?
and they cut all 3 of them. And then he got into a fight with Rogan one night on stage. Good guy, too. It was just a misunderstanding with him and Rogan.
Holy shit. Why can't I remember?
Old guy with a daughter. He had a hot daughter. He was an older comic. He had been at the store for 30 fucking years. He had no hair left. He looked like a little Danny DeVito. Good guy. And one night, I don't know what happened, I saw him there.
Shit, who the fuck?
Sylvester Stallone's brother, the guy that got hung in fucking Goodfellas, the guy that got hung in the meat thing.
Yeah.
You know,
Frankie Carboni.
All these Italians are
Queso
there.
rich, state bon.
And you're auditioning for $350. You're auditioning for Mob Week promo. It's the promo to Mob Week. And when you get there, they go, as soon as you get to the audition, they go, blah, blah, blah. It's all improvised. Pick a partner. So I see Wheels is talking to Sebastian, and they're all mixing and matching. And she comes out and she goes, Joey Diaz. I grab Sebastian. I grab him because I know he's half a fucking deaf mute, and I could just poke him to get reactions out of him and shit. I go into the room with Sebastian, right?
Deaf mute.
Hysterical. Sebastian was very introverted, and he was quiet. He had just come from Chicago. He was skinny, you know, and I pulled him in there, and something happened that we did it. And boom, the next day, so I got a call. And it's the comedy store. I'm like, hi, Sebastian just called here looking for your number. Is it okay if we give it to him? And when I hung up, bling, the phone rings, and it's my agent going, you booked it. And I hung up with him, and there's Sebastian going, hey, man, I booked it. What happens now? Like, Sebastian was that green.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember going to the thing with him, and they told us not to touch Bill Maher because he was a germaphobe.
Don't make eye contact with him.
Don't make eye contact.
I love those conversations.
Yeah, and I'm like, fuck that shit. And we ended up hitting it off, and me and Sebastian did the thing. And then another time, Sebastian was from Chicago, so nobody could, nobody had booking agents. But I worked Chicago. I worked Riddles. And
Southside.
The Southside. I think you worked there too.
Yeah, I worked there too.
And I told
when the kid Brent, the big when he was working there
before he started bouncing checks. This is when his uncle had it. I got Sebastian in there. And one night, me and the guy, when I would land in Chicago, he would always take me out. The owner of the club, great guy. He just called me. He's suffering from cancer. He's in rehab. I wish him a lot of luck. And he took me to a strip club, and I'm sitting there, and this guy's come up to me, and they're like, hey, Sebastian Maniscalco. And I'm looking at these guys like, I'm fucking dead. Something went wrong here. This is me in a strip club in Chicago. At one of the nice ones where they serve steaks and shit like that.
Yeah, the classy ones.
And they come over and they're like, he's our cousin. We heard you got him a job. Like, how you doing? And they started talking. They were very nice. They bought me a few drinks. But that's how small of a world. And I got Sebastian in the club later on, but we're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.